Right. Hello, viewers. How are you doing? I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Also, let others know about this YouTube channel so that our family will grow bigger. Today, we are going to talk about question and answer session in combined science. And we are going, obviously, to cover Cambridge and Zimsec syllabus. So we have these questions here, and I am preparing you for the coming exams, that is June and November. So if you are going to write in June or you are going to write in November, you better subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is for your own good because I will be uploading here and there videos explaining the questions that might come in June or in November. Okay, so if you subscribe, what is the benefit? You are going to be the first person that will get the notification message after I upload another video like this. So if you are also finding this video helpful, don't forget to like. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, let us start reading the first question. The first question, it says, describe the Benedict test for glucose. Describe the Benedict test for glucose. So all you need to know is that you have to give the procedures, you have to give the steps on how to test the presence of glucose using a Benedict solution. So first of all, you have to add the Benedict solution to the food sample that you are about to test for the presence of glucose. Okay, so number one, this is number one here. You have to add Benedict solution to the food sample. Okay, then after that, what are you going to do? You are going to, after adding the Benedict solution to the food sample that you're about to test for the presence of glucose here, what are you going to do? You are going to heat the food sample over a warm bath. You are going to heat the food sample over a warm bath. So this is number one, and after that, you're going to heat the food sample. You're going to heat the food sample. Then after that, what are you also going to do? Right, this is sample here. Right, number three, after heating the food sample using water bath, what are you going to do? If glucose is present, in that solution, the solution, it will turns from blue to brick red. If glucose is present, then the solution, it will turn from blue to brick red. Okay, and that is the evidence that there is the presence of glucose in that food sample that you are testing. That's how you test the presence of glucose using what you call a Benedict solution. Okay, moving on to the next question. I hope you are sitting on this one. It says, let me erase some of the things here. Okay, all right, the next question that we are having, it says, describe how a diet for a patient in hospital should differ from that of a construction industry labor. So describe how a diet for a patient, okay, should differ from that of a construction industry laborer. Okay, so obviously, all you need to know is that a construction industry laborer should be given a food which contains a lot of carbohydrates, because this work basa rakawanda energy. So this one, a construction industry laborer must get food with a lot of carbohydrates, okay, because these are energy giving foods. So you need energy to work in construction industry labor. Okay, sorry. Right, and also the patients, of course, that is in a hospital should be given lots of vitamins. So this one should receive lots of vitamin. So must be given food that is rich in vitamins. I'm going to upload a video next time on what you call a food square, where I'm going to explain food classes and their importance in our bodies. Okay, so moving on to the next question. I hope you assisted on this one. Moving on to the next question, which says define the term malnutrition. What is malnutrition? Malnutrition can be defined as a diet with excess, which means above normal, with excess like this. Excess, this is the spelling, and excess, it means above normal or less components of a balanced diet. Okay, so it can be defined in general, it can be defined as a diet or a food which contains excess or less components of a balanced diet or less nutrition or less nutrient. I don't know how you are going to put it, okay? But it's just a condition or a diet or a food that contains less or excessive components of a balanced diet. That's what you call malnutrition, okay? Then moving on to the next question, says state 3 examples of deficiency diseases. When we are talking about deficiency, you need to know this. When we are talking about deficient disease, we are talking about those diseases that result from lack or diseases that are caused by lack of an important nutrient. So examples of deficient disease, it include number one, obviously it's goiter, okay, and kwashiorkor, yes, kwashiorkor, right, and also marasmus, okay, and also what else? I think these are the three. The question just asking to give you about three, to list about three deficient diseases. Okay, that's it. Moving on to the next question. It says what? Let me erase this one. Right, state considerations that should be taken when choosing a balanced diet. A balanced diet. So I think the way we are talking about this term here called balanced diet, there is need for me to define what is it. Balanced diet, it refers to the meal that contains all nutrients in their correct order or in their correct proportion. Refers to a meal that contains all nutrients, which means carbohydrates, vitamins, proteins, fats, and stuff like that, in their correct order or in their correct proportion. That's what you call a balanced diet. So we must be careful as to choose the diet. There are things that we must consider when we are about to choose a diet. Number one, we must consider age. Chikafu chikuda kuinda kunani, we must consider sex. Okay, we must also consider occupation. Like what we have discovered in question number 2 here, we said construction industry labor anoda chikafu chakazara macarbohydrates, food that is rich in carbohydrates because of the occupation. Vana vadiki vane diet yavanoda, vanhu vakuru vane diet yavanoda, vakukurova vanhu vakuru vaya vane diet yavanoda, and also sex. There are kinds of food that even if you eat suppose you're a man, suppose you're a man, if you eat those kinds of food, you start growing like breasts and hips and stuff like that. So when choosing balanced diet, we must consider age, sex, and occupation. Especially this one, guys, it's very, very dangerous. Okay, let's move on to the next question. It says describe how the following organs helps in digestive process. So we have liver, we have pancreas. So liver is there to produce by. Then pancreas is there to produce enzymes, right? Yeah, to produce enzymes for final digestion. For final digestion of carbohydrates, number one, proteins, and also fats. So it produces an enzyme for final digestion of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Moving on to the colon. What is the purpose of the colon? The colon is there to absorb water and salts. To absorb water and salts back into the body. Okay, I hope you are getting it, guys. So let me shed more light on the colon. The colon is there, number one, to absorb water. It absorbs water. It absorbs water. That's number one. And not only water, and salts. And salts back into the body. Back into the body. So you need to be specific. Back into the body, not into the body, or not from the body. Okay. Then we have the ileum. What is the purpose of the ileum? The ileum is very, very important for the absorption of the end products of digestion into the body. For the absorption of the end products of digestion into the body. Then we have the gallbladder. Remember, we said liver, it produces bile, and the purpose of gallbladder is to store the bile produced produced by the liver. Okay, hope you're getting it, guys. And moving on to the next question, which says, what color of Benedict solution? What color is Benedict's solution? What color is It's obviously blue. Remember, we said it turns from blue to brick red, and so its original color is blue. What is the positive result for the test for glucose using Benedict solution? I told you, if glucose is present in a food sample, the solution will turn from blue, from blue to brick red. Okay, that's it. And the last question that we're going to have here, it says, outline the main use of each type of a teeth. So you have to mention the types of teeth and also give their functions. Okay, so we have different types of teeth. Number one, we have incisors, of course. Incisors. Number two, we have canines. Right. Number three, we have molars. Number four, we have what you call premolars. But what you need to know is that these two types of teeth, the molars and the premolars, they perform the same function. That is grinding the food. Grinding the food. Okay. And as to incisors, they are there for biting the food. Biting the food. And as for canines, is there for tearing the food. So these are types of teeth and their functions. So this one there is for you to understand or to get it, because they perform the same function. So I hope you are assisted, guys. After watching this video, please can also to subscribe, and make sure you subscribe, you share our video, and also like this video, so that vanhu vazhinji vanokwanisawo kuziva about our YouTube channel. Okay, thank you so much. Meet you in the next video, where we are going to talk about very, very helpful questions that you need to know before you enter into your final exam. That is June and November. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for your support.